everybody, I'm Tom Vassell, but today's video is all about Jason Levine.
Yep.
It is the end of 2015. In another video, you will see me, Sam, and Z's top 10 lists, but today we're going to be talking about Jason's top 10 of the year. We always give the disclaimer before we do these that we have not played every game, although we've played a majority of them.
A majority. I know. I have a list of a few that I didn't play yet. That Nippon Time Stories Enough. I started, but I haven't finished, so I don't want to include Time Stories in Nippon.
Oh, you haven't finished like you started a scenario?
I started, but I haven't finished, so I don't want to. I didn't want to put it because I haven't.
Did you like the start of it at least?
I did very much. Inhabit the Earth, Ponzi Scheme. Those are all ones that are getting very, very good marks, but I haven't played them yet or played them fully, so I didn't include any of those in my top 10.
Well, like I said in other videos, I think 2015, if I took my top 10 and got rid of them and went with my second 20, that'd be a great top 10 list. That's how good this year was.
I agree. I mean, I came up with about 40 or so games that were really, really good this year and had to whittle it down to a top 10.
Now, I have some guesses as to what Jason's top 10 are. Let's find out what they are, starting now. Okay, I picked 10 games here. I think Jason has a pick put on his list. We'll see how good I am at reading Jason. Hopefully better than I was at reading Sam and Z. Here we go.
Well, you actually know a lot about me, and you know what my taste is, so I think you'll get a good portion of them, and even so, the ones that you pick that don't make it may end up on my list of 40.
Let's find out. What's number 10?
My number 10 is Bomb Squad.
Nope. I didn't realize you liked it that much.
I do. I really like Hanabi. I really, really like Hanabi. And Bomb Squad takes Hanabi, but adds kind of a robo-rally element to it where you have to actually move the robot around to get to the places. It also adds a speed element to it. So it's Hanabi meets robo-rally with the speed element with a timer. And I really, really like it.
All right. 0 for 1 so far. I do think that you are in a small category of people who will like this.
Probably. I mean, I don't think it's for everyone. I know Hanabi is pretty popular, but
speed Hanabi is probably not as popular.
The speed part is where people get lost because you have to really think quick, think on your feet. But I've always liked speed games, and I really like the way they put it together and took the mechanics from Hanabi and turned it into a board game with a lot more to it. My number 9 is Pandemic Legacy.
Okay, now I'm surprised here for 2 reasons. One, I knew this was going to be on your list. But I'm really surprised that it's 9 because I feel confident when we played it, you said this is the greatest game I've ever played.
I did.
So apparently you've had 8 greater experiences since then?
Yes, but in retrospect, it was amazing. I mean, remember, number 9 out of however many games released is still an amazing game, as Tom would always say whenever we do a list.
Number 9? Again, I don't have a problem with you putting it at number 9. I just remember you saying,
it was amazing. It was probably one of the best experiences we had all year.
So the experience was like the best ever.
It was incredible.
The game is number 9.
The game was great. Again, am I going to ever play it again? For me, probably not. So to me, it's the number 9 game because it was such a great game. I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's an amazing game, but that's it. We played it, and for me, that's why it's number 9.
All right, fair enough. All right, 1 for 2. Although if I was picking these in order, I would have put Pandemic Legacy for 1. So I'm not doing too hot here. So okay, what do we got?
My number 8 is The Voyages of Marco Polo.
Yeah. Now this one. Well, okay, I'll spoil this. This one almost made my list. It really did. I really like Marco Polo. I didn't expect to like this game, but it was really cool.
It's a great game. What's funny is now it's kind of under the radar because it came out pre-SN, so...
Actually, it came out pre-Gen Con.
It came out a while ago, so this is a game that isn't getting buzz anymore, but this is still a great game. I think now it's out of print, and you're going to have to wait for it to come back in stock. Or did it come back in stock already?
I don't remember, but I know we have one person in our play group who plays it like every other
yes.
time that she can. She's like, oh, Marco Polo!
It's a great game, and, you know, the dice mechanic, everything about it. And, of course, you know, just because we're silly and kids, we go, Marco.
I'm not doing that.
Marco.
Megme?
Marco.
All right, Polo. But anyhow, yes, my favorite thing about Marco Polo is the player powers are like super. It's not like on your turn, instead of drawing one card, you draw two. It's like, no, you have this really cool power that no one else has.
Yes.
And it seems broken. It seems like it's better than everyone else's power until you get a different power. And you're like, no, wait, that's the best one.
And they're all cool. And everything about the game is just a very well done game. And it's a game that deserves a lot of recognition this year, I really feel. My number 7 is Blood Rage.
Yeah! 3 for 4, man!
I love this game. The first time we played it was with Sam Z and Eric Lang, the designer, and all three of them scored about 100 points more than me. They crushed me. Eric was like laughing at how much he crushed me in this game.
I'm laughing now thinking about it.
You weren't even at the table, but they were like, "You're going down." Eric's like, "You're going down." Do you feel those tears? And it was Eric at his finest, and it was an absolute amazing experience. Then when we live played it here as well, it was a great experience. It's just a great game. The drafting is great. The battles are great. The fact that you could play the I want to lose battle strategy is great. There's so many different strategies in the game, and it's just a very, very well done game. And it happened to have a few cool minis as well.
Oh, I'm feeling so confident now.
My number 6 is Elysium.
Yeah! Oh, man! Do I know him or what? Obviously not one time, but still.
Well, it was in my top 100, so you figure it would be in my top 10 of the year.
Another game that also came out pre-Gen Con. No, it came out pre-Gen Con.
Came out before Origins even. It came out a long time ago. I want to say about March, April is when it came out.
So it's another one that got that early buzz in the year, and nowadays the best of. Many people are forgetting this one.
Exactly, but it's a game that I absolutely loved. I love the card drafting and using the pillars to pick different gods, and I really like how there's 8 different gods, but you only use 5 in the game, so you could mix it up, and each game's different. I'm hoping for an expansion soon.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get one. That would be interesting.
I don't know how well it did for them, but I think it did well. I'm hoping for an expansion with a few more gods and a few more cool powers, because everything about that game is cool. It's a very well done card drafting game.
I believe it's still in my collection. Oh, well, let's not push that. We'll see.
I hope it's still in your collection.
It's not in mine, it's in Z's, so that's the same thing.
It's in mine too.
Alright, cool beans. Alright, come on.
My number 5 is Mombasa.
Yeah! Oh, man! And this is a new addition to the list. I think you just played this new in like the last couple of weeks, right?
Yes, I played it in the last couple of weeks.
But he's been like, blah, 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 Mombasa.
I have
you say you played it like 3 times in a row the other day?
Yes. I have the group that I play with, the Not Tom group that plays the
Not Tom group.
Well, this is the Heavy Euro game group that I play with. I'm
not invited.
No, Tom's invited if he wants to come. He'll probably go insane, but he's invited. And we played the game 3 times in a row. It's a amazing game. What's interesting is R&R put this out, and R&R puts out party games, and this is a Heavy Euro.
They put out a Heavy Euro once before, at least. They did that trading in Venice or something like that.
Oh, yes, I remember that. But this one is great. It's a stock game. You're worried about stocks, but the stocks are influenced by how you move pieces on the board. So you're invading parts of Africa. Basically, think Blood Diamond the game. That's what kind of game this is. You're going and you're trying to hunt and get diamonds, but you're also getting the stocks and the companies that are doing the best. And there's other ways to score victory points, and I don't want to go through the whole explanation, but it is a wonderful, wonderful game, and it's something that I think people who like meaty games, this is one of the best meaty games of the year.
All right. All right, bring it.
My number 4 is The Prodigals Club.
Oh, that one I did not know. Wow, you really like that one.
Yes, I told you.
Okay, no. You tell me a lot of games you love.
Okay, we played it. I loved Last Will. Last Will was in my top 100. Prodigals Club takes Last Will and...
Is it better than Last Will?
I think it's better. Because what it does is, in Last Will, you're just trying to lose money. In this, you're trying to lose money and status in society and votes. So you're trying to lose 3 things. But the catch in this one is that as soon as one of one person's things goes to 0, the game ends. But the one that you lost the least in is your points. So it's got that Knizia kind of scoring like Samurai and all those other games where you have to be careful and bring everything down, because if you bring one thing down quickly, your other thing might be high and you're going to get a high score and lose the game. I really like that they added that kind of three-cornered mechanic into it. I haven't actually mixed it in. You could mix it in with Last Will and play this big giant game. I haven't done that yet.
I don't know if I'd want to do that.
I don't know either. I mean, I might try it just for the experience, but Prodigal's Club is a great successor to Last Will and a game that I would highly, highly recommend.
I got to get this one played. This is one of the few that I haven't played this year that I'm really anxious to. So, let's see. Alright, I missed 2, but here's the thing. I don't know. Are we on number 4?
This will be my number 3.
Okay, of the 3 left, I know 2 of them for sure. I don't know what the third one is, though.
Well, number 3, which is the third one, is Roll for the Galaxy.
Why didn't...
We didn't count Roll for the Galaxy last year. Remember, we discussed this?
You're right.
Roll for the Galaxy is amazing. Actually, I'm going to include Roll for the Galaxy plus Ambition, because Ambition is out.
Ambition's good.
I like the black die. How if you use it, you get it right back into your cup.
Good, yes.
Instead of having 5 white dice, you have the black die now. The orange dice, I haven't seen to get a lot of them out. I wish there was more orange dice that came in, but the black die really changes. You have a black die and 4 white dice, but I liked Race for the Galaxy a lot. I always liked it, but Roll for the Galaxy, as we always say, it replaces it completely, and it's great. The expansion is worthy. Everything about this game is great. I absolutely love it. And when even last year when we did our top 10 dice game at the end of the year, as Z said, it was a Cult of the Unreleased, and this game has gotten a following, and this game is worthy.
No, definitely. I don't know why. I think because when I was making the list of yours, I looked at 2015 games, and I forgot that this is actually a 2015 game. So
yes.
I would have picked it because I know you like it. Oh, well. Okay, but now I know I got these 2, because you have raved about these 2 games so many times. All right, but I just don't know what I'm actually, let's see. Which one would you have put first?
Okay, you do that for a second. I'll give you a second to decide which one you think is my number 1 and which one you think is my number 2.
One of these is heavier game and one of these is lighter game. I'm going to guess that you put the lighter game as number 1. We'll find out.
Okay, so my number 2, and this was a tough choice of Game of the Year, but my number 2 is Codenames.
I was wrong. It was number 1. Okay. No, but I did put that on the list. Because I know you love this game.
I absolutely love this game. I mean, we were shown it with a demo copy from Rodney back at Origins, and it was amazing. I think the only one person in this whole world hates it, and it's Z.
No, Sam doesn't like it either.
Okay, 2 people in the world.
I don't think I hate it. They just don't like it that much.
2 people in the world. Everyone else in the world loves this game. I bring this out.
I love it. So yes.
I bring it out in groups everywhere I go. When I got a copy, Josh from Czech Games gave me a copy at Gen Con, which we brought to WBC the next week, and we must have played 100 games of it at WBC. We had 3 tables going at once where 25 cards were on one table, 25 cards on another table, and people were using like little marble chips and things to cover it. So
that's true. One game could cover 2 groups.
One game could cover 8 groups if you think about it, because there's 200 cards in there. Okay. So you could actually cover 8 groups with one game if you were doing multiple rounds, and you could just go from board to board and not have to even flip the cards, and you just rotate your groups. It's incredible, this game. I mean, I played it with Emerson over Thanksgiving, and my game group and Emerson, everyone had a blast. Everyone I know plays this game has a blast. It is just amazing. I mean, I assume most people have played it, but again, it's like Password meets Battleship. It is one of the most phenomenal games that's a party game that has come out, I think, of all time. I think that's how good this game is.
I think it's certainly up there, for sure. All right. Here's my big surprise, but I bet you guys don't know what his number 1 is. Here we go. I have not played your number 1 yet. I'm going to play it, just not with your Eurogame group. I'll play it with you, but not with them. All right, hand it over. Tell us what it is.
Well, my number 1, and I think most people are going to know this because it's the game that I've raved about probably even more than Codenames, and that's Food Chain Magnate.
What a surprise!
I've always been a Splotter fan, but this game is Splotter's best game. This is by far Splotter's best game. It is phenomenal. It's got tech tree.
Wow, you're saying it's better than Roads and Boats?
It's better than Roads and Boats. It's got tech tree. It's got pickup and delivery. It's got everything you want. The theme is great.
Who's the designer?
Jerome and Joris, both of them. It's the same. They do every game from Splotter, so it's same designers, Jerome and Joris, and it's incredible. Everything about it. The tech tree is cool because you're kind of building a little mini like corporation, and you're the CEO and you decide if you want to hire people, and do I want to hire people that get a lot of pay, or do I want to hire like basic workers that get no pay or little pay. And obviously the people who get paid do better things and cooler things, but you have to pay them, so you're losing money. And do I lower my prices because Tom's going to try to sell his lemonade for $10, I'll sell my lemonade for $8 and people will buy mine instead. There's so many things going on in this game.
I want the Mafia expansion for this.
There's so many things going on in this game. It's just phenomenal. It is I don't know where it's going to end up in my top 100, but it's already in my top 100, and it is one of the best games probably of all time. It is that good, and it's something that I would recommend highly to anyone who likes a heavy game. It's a heavy game. A heavy game. Anyone who likes tech trees.
Anyone who likes heavy games.
Yes, if you like tech trees, if you like pick up and deliver, it's got a little of both. If you like competition, it's got very much competition because you could flip strategies on people in it, and strategies are still coming out. There's all sorts of talk about different strategies now, and it's definitely a great game. I know it's in the U.S. it's hard to find. You got to pay higher prices to get it, but if you have the money, it's definitely worth getting.
All right. Well, here's the 3 games that I thought would be on your list. I thought Seven Wonders Duel would be on your list.
It was on my list of 40, but it wasn't on my final list because I don't like it as much as regular Seven Wonders. I like the kind of pyramid, or the, when you all played the old Chinese games where you pick one and the next one reveals. I like the pyramid, but I don't like it as much as the regular drafting. I
thought Star Wars Armada would be on your list. You probably haven't played that one enough.
No, I've played it enough. I mean, I've bought everything and I've played it a lot.
Okay, but you buying everything doesn't mean you like a game.
But
you buy everything. So
it's Star Wars. It gives it a leg up because it's Star Wars. But again, X-Wing I like it. I love the minis, but I don't love the game. But it's fun to play, but it's not a game that I love. And that's the same thing with Armada.
Okay. And then Baseball Highlights 2045 I thought would be on your list.
Baseball Highlights is another game I really like, but it wasn't in my top 10 because these other games are so great. There's a few other games that barely missed.
Forbidden Stars?
Not Forbidden Stars. Forbidden Stars was for me.
Oh, okay. So what barely missed your list?
Well, games that barely missed my list were Tides of Time.
Okay.
I really like that. Also, Champions of Midgard.
Okay.
Craftwagon. And, where is it? The one I was going to talk about that I can't find now. Stockpile. Because Stockpile was actually
I didn't realize Stockpile was that high on your list.
It was my number 11. It was the one that just barely missed.
Wow.
I really like Stockpile's game.
That's a great game. It was in my top 10 surprises.
Yeah, something else that I would have put in, but I didn't feel that it was a true new game. The Small World Designer's Edition is my favorite thing I've gotten this year.
All right.
But I don't consider that as putting it in because obviously Small World is years old. But I love the Designer's Edition and the paint job that I got. And it's definitely my favorite game that I've purchased this year.
All right. Well, thank you, Jason, for giving us your top 10. What's your top 10? What do you think is the best of the year? Tell us in the comments. You can also check out me, Sam, and Z doing our top 10. Guys, we really appreciate everything that you do watching our show. Thank you, Jason.
Yes, thank you. And thank you for everyone out there who enjoys what we do.
Until next time, I'm Tom Vassell.
Jason Levine, the Gaming Machine.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.